I don't know if you want to pass that around, that clod, but you know, when I pick something like that up, I think it's kind of hard to imagine growing crops there, right? When we start thinking soil health and you feel something like that, you know, it doesn't make sense.
You can see a piece of, there's some residue in there.
Yeah.
That, you know, is more or less fossilized at the
Exactly.
moment.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything broken down. And you know, that's how 95% of our farms are operating right now.
When you see the way they treat their soil, you think it's almost a miracle that anything grows.
You're right. Well, I mean, look at that, right?
It wasn't too many years ago. I could not get a soil probe into a soybean field, penetrometer, to measure.
Yeah.
How tight it was.
I had a tough job with a spade getting that thing
That's
out,
what I was wondering how that.
But I'll start off here. A mini rainfall simulator. So right here, you know, we only got 2 samples. I don't have the big kit for you guys. This was just pulled out of a fence row, right? Driving down the road, sometimes you can see a fence row that's 2-3 feet higher than the field, right? Well, there's erosion right there, looking at it. And this tray right here is taken in the same field where that clod came from. So I'm gonna pour some water in here, simulate 1-inch rainfall over 2 hours. And we'll just kind of look at, you know, what the runoff looks like, what the infiltration looks like, and the different samples here. Again, you know, we expect this, not as much immediate runoff, more infiltration, a lot cleaner runoff, whereas I'd expect the conventional sample to be, you know, dirtier, not nearly as much infiltration. But I'll kind of set these up here and we'll let them run for a little bit. So you can see that, I mean, that's running through there almost immediately. I mean, look at that difference there.
From the alfalfa.
From the alfalfa was almost clear.
And even
That's a 1-inch rain
conventional.
simulator.
Yep, over 2 hours. And I added even more in here. And I mean, just looking at the volume of water, guys, you know, and you'd still run it off there. I mean,
Did any go through?
None went through on the bottom there. And I'll flip them over here at the end. I guarantee you that conventional soil there, conventional farm soil, it's going to be dry on the bottom. You know, it's not getting through the hard pan. And that's where we kind of talk soil health. It's that cottage cheese aggregation that allows the soil or the moisture to percolate through the soil profile. So I hear guys complaining all the time, you know, all we need is to hit moisture. You know, how many guys came here today and asked if we got a shot of rain up here? You know, everyone's curious. We're always looking for that rain. Well, it doesn't do you any good, really, when 95% of it's washing off into the creek, right? I love this demonstration because it just goes to show, you know, how you treat your soil. It benefits you economically. You know, guys are complaining, low yields, they can't hit moisture, and granted, hybrids are great, but I think this test goes to show that, you know, treating your soil well, I mean, it pays, you know.
Do you ever demonstrate to conventional farmers?
Well,
Everybody
we do.
here is organic.
No.
We invited conventional.
The problem is a lot of conventional farmers aren't coming to these events. You know, there's outreach in the state, but when you're down there in the flatlands and, you know, you've got 1.5 feet of